Last time I recorded something, I kind of looked like this. Did I just got younger? Okay. Anyway, today we're going to talk about some books. And when I'm talking about some books, I'm talking about the only one book that I have in my hand. It's because you don't finish the video anyway. Let's start with Atomic Habits. I have read over like 650 plus books in my entire life. And I think like Atomic Habits is one of the best books that you can start as a beginner. I mean, there are a lot of books, but this is the best book that you can actually start as a beginner. So, what does this book teaches us? And I'm going to be going through all the main lessons, number one, and number two, how you can apply those main lessons in your real life. So, starting with number one, you need to realize how exponential growth actually works. Warren Buffett, he had made more money last year than he had made in his entire year. You know why? It's kind of like the exponential growth that actually happens with anyone who actually like invest very long term. Like this guy is like investing into business for like 30 plus years. You know, even if you have like 10% interest that you're getting into something, if you like spend it for like 30 years, you're like getting 17 times the return. Like it's like investing $100 and like getting $1,700 in return. But at the end, you need to wait. And waiting just comes with the one fact that it works exponentially instead of like linear. And that actually happens with habit. Behavior is properly related to psychology. And the thing that your mind thinks is the only thing that actually matters in the long scheme, and that will make you change to be the person you want to be. Because your subconscious mind is the only thing that can actually decide what is best for you. But your conscious mind is the one that actually decides what I want to do. So you're consciously habituating and helping your unconscious mind. That is the moment when you actually make better results. So James Clear, the writer of Atomic Habits, said that there's like 4 steps of how a habit actually get formed. But before I go to the 4-step process, how a habit actually get formed, I want to talk about 2 things. Number one, identity. When you actually people want to change, most people don't. I mean, most people can't change because of one thing, because they want to change their habit. They want to change a particular trait, but they want to change as a person. So you don't like, I want to be a writer. You want to say something like, I want to write 3 pages per day. I want to be a game developer. You want to be like, I want to write 100 lines of codes per day, or a specific amount of thing per day. That's how habit actually forms. You need to decide on a specific thing that you want to do, and a specific amount of time, or a designated amount of time when you actually want to finish the thing that you want. That's how I actually create a target and actually finish the thing. The second thing I do want to talk about before I talk about the 4 steps of habit is the idea that please forget about your goals and focus on the system. What I'm actually talking about is, instead of saying your goals, set specific system or set specific to-do list. If I'm like being super specific. The same example once again, I don't want to be a writer. I want to write 10 pages per day. Like what I do. I'm a writer myself. I've written like 4 books so far, and I'm currently working on the 5th book. So I write like 10 to 20 pages per day. And that's not an exaggeration. And also like I'm working as a visual novel game developer, so I need to like work on like transport those lines into codes and stuff, blah 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 blah. I don't want to like bore you. So the thing is, you don't want to make your mind feel like that you're setting a goal. You want to make your mind feel like you're setting some systems or specific to-do list that you actually want to do. Now, after like finishing these 2 things, let's talk about the 4 steps of how habit actually gets formed and how you can change your habit within these 4 steps or 4 simple process. The first rule is make it super obvious. And when I'm talking about making it super obvious, I'm not talking about like, say like do some affirmations like, I want to be writer, I want to be writer, I want to be writer 100 times a day. Don't do something like that. Like, what you want to do, make that available for your eye, or make that available for you in your hand. So imagine I want to like play guitar every day. What you really want to do is, instead of like throwing your guitar in the back room, put your guitar in the room you live in. you'd see that you'll be using your guitar much more often than you like if your guitar is actually in the side room that you don't even visit. It's actually been seen a lot of time, and it's also like marketing psychology that people do use. That if your table have a lot of water bottles in it, you're kind of forced to drink water, no matter if you're like, because your brain is giving you the signal that you should drink. Even if you're not thirsty, your brain will curve water. Second thing is make the thing more attractive. And when I'm talking about making a thing or making a habit more attractive, you don't need to like, there is no like internet myths that you should like 20 push-ups a day, you can get a candy or you can do this thing, but that isn't the point. So why are you actually doing the push-ups? To like get rid of that sugar, to get rid of that poison in your body, and you're like poisoning yourself once again. What is the point? What you really want to be doing is forming a system. And what the system really means is you go through with the flow. You say, I do X after Y, or I do Y before X. I'm gonna give an example. So imagine you already have a habit. Now, what does that? I mean, what are the type of habit that you do have? You brush every day. You take baths every day, unless you're someone like me. Anyway, you sleep every day. You also go for work or go to school every day. What if you just make some habits that actually comes after or before this habit? Like I go to sleep at 10. So just before sleep, like before habit, before sleep, I would do 10 push-ups. That's the habit I'm going to form. After like doing this thing for like 2 days, your brain is just rewiring your memories into like thinking that before sleep, I need to do 10 push-ups. It worked for me about one thing, like I walked like 12 to 13 kilometers every day, and it did came with my habitual thing. In the afternoon, I already have an habit of going for the prayer in the masjid, and after I go there, I like have already formed another habit of after my namaz, I'll go for a walk, and usually the walk actually ends when I like finish my Maghrib namaz as well. So right, it starts from Asr and it finishes at Maghrib, and I like walk the whole area for like 12 to 13 kilometer area, and I do like whole circle thingy, and that's how I formed habit on after thing. And this is all. I mean, I already gave an example how before thing works, and this is like one of the best thing, or this is the best and easiest thing you can do to like create and habit and actually make your habit more attractive. The third thing is there are a lot of people that do start something as a habit. It could be like they go for a walk or they maybe start doing exercises, but people do misses. People are human. People do mistakes because they're human. And the fact is, when you're doing the mistakes, most people tend to give up just because of the fact that they missed once. And what Atomic Habit really teaches about is if you're like starting one thing and you like missed for a day, just don't miss it for the second day. And even if it means like you're missed for the day, don't like punish yourself. Don't go fall into the sunk cost category, because you need to realize which one is important at the end. And the thing that is important is keep working on, even if it means you actually lost one day or you actually lost a streak for like 2 days in a row. At the end, if you like still keep going, that's how you actually overcome, and that's also how you get better than other people. The fourth and last thing that I do want to talk about is the last habit, the last clue from James Clear that James Clear used is the fourth law: make it satisfying. So how do you make it satisfying? And here's the best thing that you can start is actually like tracking your habit. What do I mean by tracking my habit? So if you're already doing something, just keep a track of it. It could be like you make a notebook, it could be like a sheet of Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets. Really matters is you keep a track of yourself. And why I'm saying this is because of the fact that when you're actually tracking yourself, it's kind of like you're actually gamifying your habit. you're making your brain tell you that yes, I have like finished this much level. And there's also like the sunk cost fallacy. If you like do for like 7 to like 14 days, uh, your brain actually fully rewires itself to think that I've already did a 14-day streak. I don't want to miss the 15th one. That's how you actually rewiring your brain to think. And yes, that's the main lessons and also the tricks that you can use to actually make tiny changes and get remarkable results. I truly like recommend reading this book Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I'm also planning to make a part two of it. And part of it, I'm going to talk about breaking the bad habits that you already have instead of like forming a good one. Today I actually talked about how to actually form good habits, but I want to also talk about how to break bad habits as well. So yeah, so yeah.